What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to another video by yours truly. We have Ash Echoes in the spotlight for today's content, and I want to give a huge shout out to their team for sponsoring this video and enabling me to bring it to your awareness. For those of you who don't already know, this game is a real-time tactical strategy RPG with an anime aesthetic, and we're going to be giving our first impressions and going over all of the intricate depth that it has to offer, and it does have a lot to offer pertaining to its build system, character development, strategizing, and a variety of versatility of characters as well. It's got a pretty thorough character roster between males and females, which I can always admire. Overall, if you end up liking what you see, don't forget to pre-register with my link down below in the description box or the pinned comment in the comment section. And without further ado, let's go ahead and get to cooking. All right, so before we go any further, I want to get you guys acclimated with the lingo of this game. Every single gacha game's always got their own lingo, which can be a bit confusing at first or overwhelming at first, and I want to kind of alleviate that for you guys. So Echomancers is essentially the characters of Ash Echoes. Okay, Echomancers equals characters, and they've got a plethora of characters. Like I said, very versatile. I like the roster versatility. We'll be doing some pulls at the end so you can see what that looks like as well. We've got Memory Trace, which is essentially this game's build system, their armor / weapons. And every single one of these has like a plethora of unique abilities. And that's definitely going to invoke critical thought when it comes to strategizing and building your characters up in teams. It's got some depth to it. So again, Memory Traces is going to be like your weapon / armor kind of system. Tactical engraving, we're going to come back to this one because this is probably one of the more unique approaches to a build system and strategizing that they have in Ash Echoes. It's going to tie into their roguelike mode Nexus. So we'll come back to tactical engraving. Okay. Spirit Drive. This is going to be their summon system right here. Okay. So we've got our summons. Again, we're going to be doing some good pulls here, and you're going to see Gacha Smack's Godly Luck kick and fold. They have 6-star characters and 5-star characters. Okay. So 6 stars, the highest threshold of rarity. And then we've got Meowsters. This is pretty much going to be your shop. You know, you can come over here and, you know, just your usual gacha shop in all gacha games. They got all the currencies here and all that good stuff. Finally, we have the event center. So you can come over here and do your dailies. You got your Nexus dailies. You can claim those. And then you got trial for the character that they might be promoting at the time, and so on and so forth. Now, Nexus is going to be their rogue-like mode. We're going to spend a whole section explaining this here in a bit, but this is going to boil down to a very imperative part of strategizing and team development. And then if we get out of here and go to field ops, these are going to be like your dailies when you're trying to ascend characters and develop them, like supply assurance. By the way, if we click on this, these are going to be materials that you're going to need to ascend and level up your characters. And each one of them is going to vary depending on the character and the element that they have. Free trade, that's going to be your currency, right? You use your currency, you're going to make some money, spend some money to like do whatever the hell you're trying to do in this game. And then we have this bad boy here. The currency here is going to be used to level up your memory traces. And lastly, we also have your main story. So if you click on worlds, you come over here, you come to the main story. I've gotten up to S212. They also have a nice little recap system if you want to go before battle, what was happening, the context beforehand, and then afterhand too. I always like recaps for anybody who wants to get reacclimated with story. So now that we've got that out the way, I want to go over the foundation of their combat system. Before we go into combat, let's explain what these characters' prowess will look like. Starting off with combat skills and then their seed system, which is the panel next to combat skills. So every single character is going to have their basic attack, which is right here. And their basic attack will definitely have a descriptive taste to it. And then every character's got an ultimate, which is your seed, and then 2 abilities. Now, these 2 abilities can be active, or we can go over to somebody else. One of them can be auto, or both of them could be auto, just depends on the character. So you have active abilities, and then you have auto abilities. But every character is going to have a basic attack, an ultimate, and 2 abilities. The next thing I want to talk to you about is their seed. Again, this is their ultimate, but you'll also notice that in this panel, next to ultimate is also the copies of the character. So when you unlock copies, you get your new abilities, right? Well, copy 1 gives you a new trait, and then copy 3 gives you a new trait. But one thing I noticed is that every time you get a new copy of a character, the efficacy and potency of their ability increases every copy. So you'll notice fire damage equal to 3,150%. Copy 2 scales up. Copy 3 scales up. Copy 4 scales up. Copy 5. So you're just going to get a nuke if you can get 6 copies of a character going up to copy 5, right? So copy 0 and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And this doesn't just pertain to damage dealing characters. If it's like a healer, which we can come over here to a healer. Okay, so here's a healer. You'll notice that if we go copy 2, copy 3, copy 4, the healer will start healing even more. So in the unlocking higher copies of these characters is going to yield a more potent efficacy of their ultimate, because their seed is their ultimate. Now, the next thing I want to talk to you guys about is going to be their role. And just like many strategizing and turn-based games, you have tanks, you have DPS, you have healers, but you also have people who have niche roles depending on the zone that you're going to be going up against. There's enemies that hover in the air that melee characters can't get to. So you might want to put somebody on the team that is capable of getting to those units in the air. So skirmishers are people who can actually take out units in the air. And I like that if you click on the icons up here, they will explain the role of the character. So skirmisher prioritizes attacking airborne units and has high mobility. After casting an active skill, they can perform a combo within 10 seconds, ignoring command cooldown to use the previous command skill again. This is a huge perk, and I will explain it in battle. But what I liked about this game off rip was the strategizing intricate complexity to it. Anytime there's like an elemental system and then you got a second role on top of that elemental system, that's going to invoke critical thought, and that's going to make you go, okay, how can I cook up these particular teams to do the most damage and have them yield the highest performance and results? So if we come over here to a striker is going to essentially be your DPS dealing characters. But not only can they deal DPS, strikers excel at dealing damage and breaking the target's block. So enemies do have like these meaty shields, and you want to have strikers on the team, not only to deal damage, but get those shields down so you can really dish out higher thresholds of DPS. And then if you're ever confused about whatever roles people are doing, again, just click on those icons up there. Now they have an elemental system that can trigger reactions. So your elemental system can trigger a reaction with fire and water elemental characters, or fire and ice elemental characters, or fire and lightning elemental characters, which is going to play a pivotal role in strategizing and team development. Okay, so before we go into battle, I want to explain the strategy behind my team building. If you don't already know, you can have up to 4 units on the field. You also have a reserve unit team over here that you can swap in the midst of battle. Literally, if somebody's about to die, I can go ahead and swap one of these units in on the fly, which is really cool. But let's take a look at my team. Why do I have 2 fires, 1 lightning, and 1 ice? Again, their elemental reaction system plays a pivotal role in combat. I chose 2 different fire units because of the build that I put on my boy right here, which we're going to have to explain that in the echoing nexus, because you can make a build for your leaders that your team can then utilize. But you'll notice one of these perks right here says it's going to trigger when there are 2 or more fire echomancers on the field. I am having 2 fire echomancers on my party, which means I'll get the activation of that particular buff. I have 1 tank who's fire, and then I have 1 DPS who's fire. So that's why I have 2 fire people on my team. Why do I have a lightning person on my team? Well, 1, she's a skirmisher. So if there's any enemies who are hovering in the air, she can take care of them while most people cannot. But 2, I can trigger an elemental reaction between fire and lightning that's going to deal an explosion, increasing my DPS even further. She also has an insane ability that's like nice AoE. It lasts for a while, and it's easy to trigger the elemental reaction. Finally, I have a ice healer. Why did I choose an ice healer over a water healer? Well, again, you can hold down the mouse just to pull them up to the screen. Click over here, and let's come over here to the fire one. When a target inside a fire zone takes ice damage, or when a target inside an ice zone takes fire damage, it triggers melt. Melt is going to reduce the basic defense of the enemy units within the zone by 5% up to a maximum of 60. And that's going to be related to armor melt. So I chose a ice healer because if I trigger melt, I'm going to increase my defense even further, or my damage even further, because I'm reducing their defense. So that was the strategy behind my 4-man team right here. But then we got some people over here on the reserves as well. And then there's an aiding Echomancer, which means you can swap one of your friends in with their account and they can contribute to the DPS as well. Let's go ahead and go into the battle. And we're going to turn the volume on for this one as well. Okay, so we got our field set up over here. We got 2 guys and we're going to be started off here right in the middle. Before we go into battle, you'll notice we already have 3 buffs and conditions to activate those buffs. That's because I made a designated leader, which is this guy right here. He's our leader, and I already cooked up a build with him that enabled me to have these buffs, which again, we'll go to the Echoing Nexus in due time. But it says triggered after a Fire Echomancer cast a barrier skill. My tank here has a barrier skill. So as soon as we cast our barrier skill, we're gonna get some buffs over here. Triggered when there are 2 or more Fire Echomancers on the field. We got 2 on the field, so that's gonna trigger. And then finally this, it just activates every 8 seconds. I really love that buff. It's just, as time goes by, you're gonna get stacks from that as well. So before we go into battle, first thing you want to do is obviously positioning, right? Now they've got they got a sandwiched in here. So we'll just make one tank handle that person and then we'll put her in the back. She's our healer and she's not supposed to be in there. I'm going for this girl instead. We're going to try and trigger a fire and lightning elemental reaction between these 2. And this is our DPS. The way I see it, we do have to protect this is kind of our life force right here, so we got to protect this as well. So yeah, it might not be the smartest idea, like focusing in on this guy. We'll let those 2 go on him and then we'll focus this guy over here with our DPS and our healer. So let's go ahead and press start and go into battle. And you can do autoplay if you want to. This is the autoplay button. You see they've got those barriers down there, right? But my DPS are just tearing through them. Now here's their real-time tactical strategy system right here. We're gonna go ahead and click on our tank. And oh, we got stunned. These guys are stunning me. And we're gonna click barrier. So we're gonna cast our barrier. And now you'll see we got the barrier buff activated because we cast barrier. Now this girl here, this is what I was telling you, she's got some good AoE. We're now gonna use the AoE on top of the barrier since that's fire on top of lightning. Unfortunately, we didn't trigger the ground. The ground didn't erupt. So we didn't get any elemental reaction there. That tornado was my TPS, dude, sick. This is our healer in the back. She's also got an AoE attack that can like literally hit anybody inside of this line radius here. This is their real-time tactical strategy, by the way. You can grab her and reposition her if you want to. That's the reposition. It does take up a turn if you reposition your enemies. Another thing I want to point out is, we'll cancel that. Another thing I want to point out is everyone's got a finite amount of usage of their abilities. So you definitely don't just want to be spamming the abilities. This guy here is casting a shield. That's pretty crazy. So what we'll do is we'll work on getting that shield down. Maybe we can reposition, come over here. Yep, get behind that barrier, and then we can attack him from behind. There it is. And remember, see, he excels at getting down that shield. And so he's just ripping through this guy. We'll go ahead and double down, put the electric field on him. Boom, that was some juicy damage there. And then our shielder over here, she's just sitting there chilling, right? So we can go ahead and gather, which this right here generally is like a taunt. And there we go. Now we're over here just tearing this guy to shreds. I don't think we need to heal. One thing I like about that healer girl back there is she has like an auto heal perk, which is really nice. Our electric field ran out, but this guy's about to die, so we'll go ahead and chill on that. Ooh, please let us cast our ult. Yes, so 2 more people spawn. All right, now y'all get to see the ultimate of our tank. So our tank has a ultimate, and you'll notice over here is when ultimates pop up. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and cast this. We're gonna use it. This ultimate is so sick. Let's just crank up the volume on this one. I want y'all to see that. This game went all out on, oh, they have a whole full-blown anime cutscene. Let's turn that back down because I had to crank that up so you guys can hear it. They have a full-blown anime cutscene on their ultimates. It's sick. Oh, look, we got another ultimate up over here. Go ahead and cast this. This is our other ultimate. This dude's about to, oh man, hold on. You know what? Let's reposition him. Cast it behind him. Here we go. Oh man, I love this guy, man. He's so cool. Okay, we got AoE healing. Let's go ahead and heal the entire field. Let's go ahead and make sure. Okay, so this literally, it doesn't matter where we're at. She's gonna heal everybody. We'll go ahead and cast that. All right, and then finally we got one more ult. It's her ult. Okay, we've been ganking this guy. How about we switch and how about we ult this dude here instead? In fact, can we go behind him? Yes, we can. We can go behind this dude. I just want to show you everybody's ultimates. It's so sick. Let's go ahead and pop that ult. Boom, 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 boom. Okay, and then we, ooh. All right, so this guy's almost dead over here. She's working on this dude. I say we go ahead and as soon as they, okay, they defeated him. All right, so we're gonna run over here. Let's position him because we need to get this dude's shield down. Let's position him. Let's come over here and let's work on this guy's shield because he's got a thick shield over there, and this is our striker. Watch this. Boom, shield's already gone. Very nice. Let's take our tank, reposition her, bring her over there, and let's put a barrier up so we can get another buff. Boom, very nice. Oh, the ground erupted. So now we're gonna put our electric on top of that so we can trigger the fire electric reaction. There it is. Oh yeah, look at that, proccing those explosions on top of the ticks. Juicy damage. Can we snipe him from way over there? Oh yeah, we can snipe him from way over there. Snipe. Boom. All right, very nice. And then we got our basic attacks putting in work. We're chilling. She's already got an electro field. We've only got 2 more uses left with our electro field, so we're gonna chill there. We're gonna go ahead and gather and keep the taunt on the tank, and then our boys elemental zones back up again. Let's reposition him. Get behind. That's good enough right here. There we go. And we're doing some pretty good damage. Oh man, our DPS shred. Oh, our electric field ran out. Get that back up. There we go. And this guy's dead. You notice we can recast a whole nother electric field. This is what they were talking about with the skirmishers. The skirmishers are the only ones that can just combo abilities. It's insane. All right, we got more people to beat up. Holy moly. This is my first time doing this mode. This mode is mode's intense. Let's go ahead and cancel though. We'll get out of here because I want to briefly go over the other mode for you guys so y'all can understand a little bit of the strategizing. The Echoing Nexus is very imperative. This is their rogue-like mode. By the way, I think I went to an in-game mode there. You got Nexus Memory, and then we got Skyrift Observation. This is kind of like their in-game where you come over here and you use their buffs to aid you in battle, and you go up against some pretty obviously challenging foes here. You get to take a look at them. If you guys, I have a Honkai Star Rail audience. If you guys are familiar with that, it'd be very akin to like Memory of Chaos in Honkai Star Rail. So you go to your Memory of Chaos, you come here, you strategize with your team development, and you come over here and you clap cheeks. This is pretty much, I would say, the end game of Ash Echoes. Once you got your teams decked out and you're ready to go up against a real challenge. Anyways, Nexus. This is their rogue-like mode, but more importantly, it's also a pivotal point in your team development. So and there's 2 different versions too. Every character can have 2 different builds. You can go to Nexus Phenomena or Nexus Mirage. At least that's how I understand it. So each character, you can cook up 2 different builds. And if you're like trying to figure out, well, how should I build my character, Smack? You're gonna come over here and look at their leader engraving skills, and that kind of directed me with regards to how I wanted to build them. And once you do this mode, you're now gonna designate them as the leader, and that's gonna revolve around your team build. That's pretty much what I did with this guy. So leader engraving skill. Ally Echomancers inside a vaporized zone restore 2% of their max HP per second, and then they gain 10% scaling, by the way, up to 50% extra damage increase. So clearly with this build, I want to have a fire/water oriented team because fire and water generate vaporization proc. So with her, and I'm looking at this, I'm going, all Echomancers receive 15% incoming healing bonus. The effect is doubled in a dry environment, right? So we can literally choose her and we can click next. We can have our hidden, and this is where your memory traces come into play. We can have our memory traces, but we click on any of these memory traces, right? You can come over here and look at the abilities that they're gonna offer. The ability says crit damage is increased by 20% for each summon belonging to the Echomancer on the field. We don't summon anything with her, right? So this is not a good memory trace to put on her. But maybe we can come over here to one of these defensive ones. Click on its ability. When electroconduct is triggered, the effect targets take 40% increased damage. So you can see that with each one of these abilities, they're going to offer a particular buff that you might find enticing for that character. And that's pretty much what you do. You come over here, you do a little bit of studying and pondering, you put these characters out on the field, and you cook up a build for that particular character. Crit rate plus 5%. When a fire attack crits, extra damage is increased. So obviously that's a good perk for her, but that's pretty much how this works. And then once you figure out your build for that character, you go into the roguelike mode and you start cooking up a build for them. Now I already did this with my my fire rollerblade character, right? So this guy over here, we already cooked up a build for him, and that was how we had those 3 particular buffs before we were going into battle. And now we can go back into tactical engravings. Remember I said we were going to come back to this panel? Tactical engravings is where you're able to choose a leader of your choice, and whatever you ended up doing in the Echoing Nexus mode, those are going to be the perks that will be associated with that leader. Then they'll have their team bonus perks as well, which he has battle coordination. And then we have barrier fire. All Echomancer AoE damage is increased by 10%. This effect does not stack. And then we have like a wildfire. When there are 2 or more fire Echomancers on the field, applies 1 stack of Inspire, which increases the damage. But I have 2 different builds for him, as you can see, because there's 2 different Echoing Nexus modes. I have this build right here, which is actually going to give me barrier fire level 3, like a wildfire level 2, and battle coordination level 3. But that all is going to pertain to doing that Echoing Nexus mode. As I said before, it's quite intricate, but when you play it with a little bit of practice, it'll start to make sense and it'll start to click. Okay, now I want to do a couple of summons so you guys can get a gist of what that's going to look like. Let's go ahead and come over here and let's do a couple of pulls. We're gonna do our first 10 pull here. If it goes red, that means you get a 6-star. If it goes gold, 5-star, and if it goes purple, who cares? All right, red. No. All right, so we got a 5-star. That's fine. The 5 stars are still really good as well. In fact, the guy with the rollerblades is a 5-star. Okay, what did we get? Ooh, that's our samurai. That's our katana. That's our katana girl. She's cool. Dang, we got 3 copies of this 4-star guy here. All right, we'll do another one. We're gonna dive again. Another gold. All right, skip. We're gonna skip the animations there. Okay, we never unlocked her yet. She's a 5-star, a healer. Ooh, okay. I also never unlocked her yet either. Okay, let's go ahead and go to a different banner. Let's go to this one right here. I want to try and unlock this guy. He looks really cool. Ooh, this dude looks cool too. Okay, let's do it. 10 pull. Red. No, my lord. All right, so we get golds. As you can see, the 5-star rates are very high. And like I said, these 5 stars actually really do pop off. Oh, we got a dupe of my boy Reed. That's a W. That's the guy with the fire roller. That's my boy. That's who I made. Okay, another one. Oh, there it is. Who'd we get? Let's see it. Is it somebody I don't own yet? Look at that. See, it has that fiery symbol. All right, here it is. I like how you can just immediately, I actually like how you don't have to like do this suspenseful stuff. You can just immediately click on it. Boom. Who'd I get? Zodivin Azia. A wind, a 6-star wind healer. I haven't gotten a 6-star healer yet, so I will take it. She looked like she gonna heal. Why she look like Aerith from Final Fantasy VII though? Hey, I'll take my little Aerith from Final Fantasy VII. Come on home, boo boo. Come on home. All right, let's do some more. Ooh, okay, let's do some more. Boom. We got 150. Now we got 140. Another. Look at how many different. Look at how many different like versatile character designs they have. They have a lot of different characters. I like it. They cook up with it. All right, again. Oh, there we go. Look. What are we getting? I want like the Professor Xavier dude or the guy with the gun. There's a dude with like a stand. Oh man. All right, let's save the best for last. What we get right here. Okay, we saw her. What we get right here. Okay, we already own them. All right, here it is. Luke, 6-star. He's got that. Oh, that's the guy on the freaking scoot. Okay, I gotta show y'all. I have to show y'all this dude's animation, because this dude's animation is hilarious, man. Let me show y'all this. Hold on, we gotta come over here to the Echomancer, because this is hilarious. Let me show y'all this Echomancer. All right, where's this guy at? Okay, y'all ready for this? This is so cool, man. Look at this. He takes his helmet off. I love it, man. I bet this guy is so fun to play, man. Okay, we're just gonna do like 30 pulls on the memory traces. Like I told y'all, it's like the weapon / armor system of the game. It's your build system. And then we're gonna wrap it up, okay? Let's go ahead. All right, first try. First try. You ready for this? Hey, it's that easy. I was doing that on purpose, man. You know, I didn't want y'all to be too jealous. I love the artwork. Look at this artwork. That's some gorgeous artwork, man. And this is a vitality piece, right? So it's going to be good for a healer, I imagine. All right, let's go ahead and skip all this. Yeah, all of these are going to have some banger artwork. So if you guys are fans of, like, you know, the water painting type of drip, and then they even got, oh wow, wait, that's for old girl. I wonder if that's actually for her. That's a character. Okay, let's do it again. I mean, I'm still learning the game, so I don't really know. Man, come on, bro. Why y'all gotta do me like that? Okay. Bloop. We didn't get this one. Oh, that's my boy Reed. Racing Knight. That's gotta be good. Dude, that is clean. That looks sick. That looks really sick. Let me come down here so I'm not in the way. That looks really sick. I like that one. Okay. That's probably for my boy Reed. All right, one more. Actually, no, we gotta go until we get a red, right? Oh, come on, man. No. I don't care about the hospital. Give me my red. Here we go. This is it. Ah, there it is. All right, what we get? Ooh. Let's see this one first. Okay, we already got that one. Here we go. What's this? What is this? Strongest summoner. That's like an anime name. Terminal. It's like purple. I wonder if that's corruption. SSR. There you go. And then you get to see the artwork of all the stuff you haven't collected yet. Really gorgeous too, if you ask me. I like the art style. All right. Well, let's see if we can get one more. Okay. You know how it is, man. The gambling, bro. The gambling trope. Okay, that's gonna wrap it up. No more. Concluding with these last thoughts, the combat system is very fun. It's very compelling. The real-time tactical strategy approach is definitely packing with ingenuity for this space. And I think a lot of people will be interested. Like I said, if you're a turn-based fan, if you're a strategized fan, you know, you like auto chess as well, it's got a mixture of a lot of it. And then you got to protect that, like that little nexus. And if you don't, I think that's why I ended up failing that mission earlier. But overall, the combat has been very fun for me personally, and I really like the broad range of their character roster. Also, just a quick little input, guys. For those of you who don't know, they do have an open beta test coming right around mid-November. So if you're interested in checking this game out, do keep that on your calendar. Don't forget to pre-register with the link down below in the description box or the pinned comment in the comment section. Again, huge shout out to the Ash Echoes team for sponsoring this video. Peace, love, and happiness, and I'll catch you guys on the flip side.